So good morning, and thank you for hanging with us around the water cooler. It is Monday, February 8th already, and we are live streaming this conversation most Mondays between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock. I say most, not every. Live from Savannah, Georgia. Hey, Kat.
Good morning. Good morning. It's good to be here this morning. I'm so excited. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, and it's only been like 2 weeks.
I know. So much was going on. We just couldn't make it happen. So
I know, especially now we're still not everybody. Well, I'm not anyway. I'm still not going anywhere. So this is like even though you live up the street, this is the only way I get to see you half the time.
I actually did go someplace this weekend. I had a walk at Lake Mare for people interested in walking the Camino de Santiago, and everybody
saw that.
Yeah, it was really fun. Thank you to WSAV and thank you to Connect Savannah and Savannah Morning News for running it. We had a nice turnout. It was really fun.
Yeah, that was really cool. I saw that. I can't see this morning. I could see earlier when I was reading stuff. No, I saw that. I wanted to go up there, and then it was just so this weekend.
Yeah, no, it was raining. People didn't show up because it was raining. So, but anyhow,
there was a post on Facebook that said the best thing I have to do today is go back inside and put back on my pajamas. And I was like, yes, that's me.
It was really cold too. I mean, I had like 5 layers on walking around Lake Mare. But anyhow.
Well, we are live this morning. We are, I'm excited. We have some new broadcast partners and we started them really at the beginning of the year, but we're live this morning again on Isle of Hope News page.
Hey, Ed.
Shout out to Ed Yannette and Chris over there. And we are also live on the Metropolitan Hispanic Chamber of Commerce as well this morning. So shout out to Alfonso. They are actually having their board installation swearing in on February 23rd. And that's going to be kind of a big deal. So more to come on that later. So shout out to Alfonso there. And then we've got Coastal Buzz, right?
It didn't connect this morning.
This time? Okay, that was last time. All right, got it.
So anyhow, we've got some great topics coming up today. Today we're going to learn how the city of Savannah has some new small business courses at their Entrepreneur Center. Mm-hmm. What else are we going to learn about, Kat?
We are going to, you know what, I'm glitchy over here. So I am, let's see, we've got Haley, that's Holly Bradshaw, City of Savannah. We've also got Buy Local with their new board of directors, right?
And we've
got a long list there of new board of directors. We've got the Savannah Golf Championship coming up. Yeah. And Jill Cheeks with the meditation and
mediation. I did the same thing.
Gosh, glasses.
I did the same thing. Oh my God, Jill's behind the scenes. It's not just me. I wrote. She said, actually, autocorrect, even typing it out is a problem instead of mediation.
These are necessary.
Yes. Oh God. So anyhow, well, let's see. Before we get started, we've got some announcements from the Coastal Pet Rescue Group. Oh gosh, this is Moo Moo. Moo Moo needs a home. What kind of dog is she? It says
I don't know. But is she short-legged like that? Is that she's mixed up? She's a mixed breed, but that is a cute dog.
It looks like a lab and
almost like
wiener dog.
Well, I was gonna say, like that looks like Roxy, my dog, is a mix of a wiener dog and a terrier, and that dog looks like a wiener dog and a maybe a lab.
Oh, so, I know. So if you're interested in a forever home, please call Lisa Scarborough over at Coastal Pet Rescue. This guy needs a home, a forever home.
I love the name.
Isn't that cute? Also, a shout out to Colonial Group. They just announced a new CEO, Christian Demery. It is a 4th generation company. They have been in business for 100 years this year. Their anniversary is July 21st. So shout out to the new CEO. There's congratulations. That's really big.
100 years. Can you imagine carriage trade at 100 years old? 100 years old. You're only 25 now.
Actually, 26 on March 6th. 26, going on 26, Eddie.
I know. I was getting announcements all over the weekend for, when you were on LinkedIn and you put when you started working together, and I had started working together with Carriage Trade. So all weekend long, I was getting congratulations on your anniversary. I'm like, really? We've been doing this for a year now. Us too. Well, we've been doing it for more than a year, but officially for a year.
What's really crazy is, this show is coming up on a year.
I know,
we started hanging around the water cooler when we got on lockdown, and it's been such a fun way to connect with everybody around the area to stay in touch.
It's such a good platform, and it's so versatile, and especially if you're a small business and you're looking to connect. And I saw somebody, I can't remember who it was in the pre-show we were talking about, and they said, we're doing these community conversations and things. It's such an easy way to user-friendly, easy way to connect. Now that we still can't, we can, but we can't, depending on what it is, going out and doing, your networking and things like that. So.
Right. Absolutely.
It doesn't seem like it's been a year.
I know. When I started it, I was like, we'll just do it for a few months until we get, until the virus goes away. But it's still not gone. So we're still here. So.
Right. It's going, this, I was just looking at this. I know this is not what we're doing right this second, but it kind of feels that SCORE's got their Tools to Grow Your Business workshop coming up. And StreamYard isn't one of the things they're talking about on this particular one, but they're going to cover a wide range of business topics. So I think Liz will have that in the feed as well, the information there.
What? Liz is not feeling well. And we're sending our prayers to Liz. We've got Becca working the backstage. Yeah. So anyhow, let's pull in our first guest here. It is Hallie. There we go. Bradshaw. She is with the City of Savannah and the Entrepreneurial Center. She's going to be talking about some courses that any small business owner watching right now can sign up for free. First of all, Hallie, what made y'all want to do this?
So we've had business classes for a while, but like everyone during COVID, we were reassigning things, making sure that we knew what we were doing during COVID and adapting. And with that came the opportunity to provide more classes online. It's kind of been a silver lining during all this craziness. And so the classes that were really core to our community and to the work we did, we've now been able to take online and grow on those. And I'm glad you brought up SCORE too. We're bringing on some SCORE instructors to teach as well. And so we're really looking forward to this year and expanding what we have and continuing to offer this service to the community.
Hallie, what kind of courses can small business owners take?
So we have a number of different courses. They're all free and they're all online, and they're offered multiple times a week. We have courses covering broad topics such as how to start a business, which is a great course to start with. We have courses on financing, marketing, improving your credit. We have a great course upcoming with Marjorie, yourself, and it's about PR and increasing your buzz around a community. So we're so excited to have you on. And so
glad to do it.
Yes, we're really looking forward to it. Any topic that can help a business, we're probably going to have, and we're growing in our courses every week. So if you've taken classes in the past, please come visit us again and see what we have, because we probably have a few more, and every month we've got more. So it's really exciting.
How do people register for these classes? And they are on Zoom, I'm assuming, right?
They are on Zoom. In the past, we were doing them in person, but because of the COVID-19 crisis, we're all online right now. And to register, it's really simple. You just go to savannahga.gov/calendar. So that's the city calendar. And you'll see all of our classes, not just for this month, but up until the summer, we have them booked. And so you just go to the calendar, find a class that sounds interesting, click on it, and you'll have the information to register right there. all free, all online, and you can register for as many classes as you want. So please take advantage of everything we have.
Good for you guys for doing this. I tell you, Savannah keeps winning all these awards as the best place to do business or to start a business. And it's because of places like the Entrepreneurial Center and SCORE and SBDC and Creative Coast. There is so much love around small businesses that, of course, we're going to succeed here. So that's wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, it's wonderful. And I know right now it's really challenging for businesses. So please give us a call or email us. We are here to help support businesses and to try to deal with the unique circumstances we're in right now. But I think you're absolutely right. It's been great to work with the Savannah business community and see how strong everyone is.
It is. It's Savannah Strong. That's a great hashtag. So Haley, we certainly appreciate you coming on and sharing the message. And we put the website below in this feed. So anybody watching, there's free classes. Do reach out. This is really crazy times we're living through. There is help for small businesses. So awesome. All right. Well, thank you for coming on, and we will see you later. Thank you, Haley. All right. Anyhow.
That's such a great thing that they do. I think I've talked about this before. I mean, I've been here for 35 years, but I moved away for a little bit, about 10, and moved away and came back, and I missed the business community here so much. It's the best. I went to the San Francisco Bay Area, and that was its own experience, and it was super fun to work in that fast moving place. And I highly recommend everyone do it once in their life, but I missed the closeness of the business community here and the ability to network. And it's just such a different vibe than anywhere else. And it's so the resources that are here. We're small, but we're big. We're big, but we're small, or whatever. But the resources here, especially with the city and the Entrepreneurial Center and SCORE and all those things, is just huge. So you don't find that people leave here and they think, oh, well, it's the same. It is not the same everywhere else.
You can get your arms around Savannah. That's how I feel about the community.
Yes, very much so. Very much.
I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area. It's a different world. And
it can be overwhelming, and it's very competitive. And here it's competitive here too, but not in that stab your back kind of way. It's very, and it's moving, but it's not moving so fast you can't keep up,
Absolutely. Oh. Okay, next on our show, we're going to be talking about a golf tournament. Let's pull on. Hey, can you hear us?
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you. And am I pronouncing your name correctly? Is it Cheyenne?
You are, yes.
Okay, very good.
I'm so glad this worked because I've been having some issues on my end, which means they're only on my end. So,
I don't know. I mean, everybody's having issues during COVID. So you're here to talk about an upcoming golf tournament that raises lots of money for the community.
Yeah, so I'm the tournament director for the Club Card Championship at the Landings Club, which is the only professional sporting event in Savannah. We're excited to welcome our new hockey team friends here soon. But we play annually in March out at the Landings Club on the Deer Creek course, and our tournament does have 11 official charity partners. So we have different relationships with a lot of those partners, and charities are impacted in a variety of ways through the tournament.
Awesome. So what kind of sponsorships are you looking for, and how can people get involved?
Honestly, people can get involved in a lot of ways. That's a tough question to answer kind of in a quick format, but we have a lot of different clients. Some people are out here hosting clients. Some people really want to activate through one of the community events we host. We have a free junior clinic. We have a 5K that supports Kids Cafe at Second Harvest. We have a shootout event with other local club pros in town. There's so many different things to do. We have a military appreciation day on site on Saturday. The military brings in aircrafts, ground equipment. There's massive tanks out here. So that's definitely a fan favorite day. But I think more than necessarily sponsorships is just making sure that our whole community has access to be able to come enjoy a day outside with their family and friends. Kids 17 and under getting free, military getting free, students getting free with a college ID. And a regular ticket is only $10 anyway. And those tickets actually go back to our charity partners. So it's just for us, it's a really fun community event, lots to do, family-friendly environment. It's a big social, big party, and we hope everyone can get out.
So tell us again when it's going to be held.
The tournament week is March 22nd through the 28th. So we actually play open to the public March 25th through the 28th. So just Thursday through Sunday. Some of those community events I'm talking about happen prior to that Thursday. So on our website, there's actually a schedule of events where people can see all the various activities.
When I was talking to you last week, you were talking about a women's event too. That sounded really interesting. Tell me more about that.
It's such a fun event. I don't know if I'm biased because I'm a woman, but Executive Women's Day started in 2018 with a very small clinic downtown. And in 2019, it grew to a day with a panel. And in 2020, before COVID hit, it was growing even bigger. So we're excited to reintroduce that in 2021. But we realized in 2019, we decided to sell, we had half a ballroom. So we sold 10 tables. And those 10 tables sold in like 2 weeks. So we realized there was definitely a need and an interest in Savannah to have events like that. So that's been nice for us because that always, that allows us to go build on those events. So this year we have Libby Summers, who's our keynote speaker. We've actually added 2 men to the panel, which is an interesting dynamic. There were some men in our room last year, which was great. We encourage men to attend, and we are able to support a couple of small businesses through that as well. We have a merchant marketplace, so Capital B Company will be there. And then Libby Summers brand Yum Yum Smile Shop will be present as well. So it's just a great day. It's really a day focused on how women got to where they are in their lives. It's a very uplifting, positive day. We've always had a woman from the military with us, which is just wow. Brings down the house. Yeah, everyone's like, oh my gosh. So it's been a great event for us. We love it. It gives us a way to engage with various females in leadership throughout Savannah as well, and different industries, and learn a little bit more about our business community as a whole as well.
I heard that there was a female fighter pilot that flew over the NFL, flew over the Super Bowl last night. That was a female who did
No
that.
way.
Yeah, I heard that.
Cool.
So cool.
The female referee, which was really cool. That was pretty.
They had more women. They had more women participating in that Super Bowl yesterday than any time ever in history. They had like a woman referee. They had women defensive and offensive coaches. They had trainers. They had all kinds of women out there. That was the most interesting thing about the game last night.
I was born and raised in Tampa. My dad's lived there for 40 years. So it was cool to see that many women involved in Tampa, certainly. But for me, the game was probably more exciting.
Yes, you liked the game more than I liked the game.
Yeah. I mean, it was slow to watch, but watching Patrick Mahomes struggle was a rare occasion. So
wow,
it's cool to see the women represented, especially that referee, that fourth down. It was the Bucks. It was the fourth down. We had gone third and gone for it and gotten stuffed, and then fourth and down got stuffed too. And I actually initially thought he crossed the pylon. She was the first. I think she was the first one to call that it wasn't a touchdown. She was right. So that was pretty cool.
We usually are.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Love that.
So
yeah,
it was great. Go ahead.
I have a question, Alicia. I don't know how to turn on closed captioning, but I will try and find out. So yes, we will work with that. And Mary Jane says she's excited for the run for hunger.
Run for hunger.
Outrun hunger for Kids Cafe, which is made possible by Nancy and Ken Larson. So we're excited too, Mary Jane.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking about the golf tournament. And I'll see you at Rotary later, right?
I'm joining virtually. We're still being really careful about big rooms, but I will be there virtually. So I'll see you from my camera.
Awesome. Good to see you. All right. Now I got to put you backstage, figure out how to do this here. Hold on. There you go. See you soon. Okay. Very good. Yeah, that women's event sounds really interesting.
We're gonna do that. I mean, I'll go out and do things that are outside, and I mean, we're constantly trying to find new interesting things to do. I didn't know that they did all those extra things out there with the military day and all the different days. I thought it was just straight up golf.
Oh no, it's really robust. I love the military event. Of course, I was a military wife for 16 years, and it's so exciting to be able to visit the different tanks and helicopters.
See, I think all that stuff. I grew up right next door to Alameda Naval Air Station, so we used to go. Yeah, we would have like open house days, and we would go over there and see all the, everything from ships to planes to whatever. So,
all right.
Next, we've got
Jill Cheeks with mediation center.
Hey, Catalina, you didn't say medication, okay?
We're not talking
anyone up, just mediating.
Oh my gosh. So what is the mediation center?
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Well, we mediate. So we provide a neutral third party to help facilitate people when they're in conflict. So we're doing a lot of mediations right now. So, lots of people are divided on topics, and lots of people chose not to stay together once they are in the home alone, right, with COVID. So we're doing a lot of business right now. We have physical space at 68th and Paulson. Okay. So 68th and Paulson, we have basically a large area that has lots of little rooms. So those are mediation rooms. So it doesn't sound like y'all have had to be in mediation before.
Nope.
We're trying to minimize the conflict. I understand. So we have lots of mediators. So we're a nonprofit, 501c3.
And I didn't realize that.
Yes. So we have a roster over 100 volunteers. And so we train professionals to be mediators, and they help us every day. Some of our mediators work 8 hours a day with people in dispute, because we do divorce cases. So you can imagine that requires a co-parenting plan. So we do mediations. Our mission is to both prevent
Jill, you're breaking up.
She's stuck.
Well, here's their website until Jill. Well, you know what? Let's
try and go out and come back in, Jill, and we'll chat about you and keep moving until we get you back.
Yeah, we'll pull you back on here. And in the meantime, we are going to pull in our Buy Local group. Sorry about that, Jill. I don't know. Yeah, she's frozen in the backstage too. We're going to pull on the new board for Buy Local Savannah. So here we go. We got the new president coming in. Courtney, let me pull you in here. All right, there's Marianne. Okay, we're having a party here. There we go. Yay, it's an old home group. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Courtney, congratulations on doing your second term this year.
Thanks. They're going to let me stay. How nice of them. I love Buy Local, so I'm honored to do it.
I just love the energy with Buy Local. I just love what your group has been doing the past couple of years. And go ahead and, just for folks that, everybody knows them, but just go ahead and explain what Buy Local does.
So Buy Local is a 20-year-old organization that focuses on local business to business and giving you what you need from a local business, and local businesses not being displaced by a large corporation. So been around for 20 years, was started by 4 gentlemen that said, local is pretty important, and we need to, put specifics on that and let people know about what they can get locally. And here we are 20 years later, still rocking it.
So Courtney, how important, I heard there's some really interesting stats. If you buy local, what percentage of money stays here locally?
Don't put me on the spot. I'm gonna pull up my notes. I made notes.
Okay.
So yeah, we did have a little thing here about, you know, what stays local. So spending $100 at an independent, locally owned business, about $68 stays here locally. Whereas if you spend $100 at a big box retailer, about $48 stays within your local community. You know, the local businesses are who get, you know, you find those at your soccer games and your baseball games, and they're involved in the community. It's what they love, and this is, you know, where they put their money back to. You don't find that at Walmart. They don't do that.
It's really that important, and especially now during COVID more than ever. Gosh, please shop local. So,
oh yeah,
Courtney, can you introduce Brian and Kendra and Mary Ann?
I would love to. So Brian Judson, this is his second year on our board, and this is Kendra's first year on our board. Mary Ann has been a past board member, but still a very important part of what we do with Buy Local. We have strategically partnered with a lot of different organizations this year to kind of spread the message. If 2020 taught us anything, it's that we're better together. So Buy Local has partnered with SMC and Good Cause Marketing to help push the message out and get a broader audience, which means
absolutely
for all of our members.
So I got Mary Ann's press release, and I said, hey, let's get you all on talking about your new board. So here it is. So who is going to be on the board this year? Who else?
So we knew that we had a big job with 2020 kind of just being a wash, and that, you know, many hands make the load light. So we bumped up this board to 16 people. We have 15 voting, and then our 16th person is a nonprofit, so that we don't lose that voice, because we're partnering with a lot of nonprofits too. And we wanted to make sure we knew what they needed, so we kept them on the board. I can run down the list of the board members. Okay. So I'm privileged to serve as the president again. Kristen Harkleroad is our vice president. Liz Saxon with Southern Marketing Team is our secretary. Tiffany Ringel is our treasurer. We like span the gamut in people here. We have Brian, we have Michelle Rouser with 40 Volume, Tersh Blissett with Service Emperor. You know, he's a big blessing. He does a lot of cool stuff. Chat Howard with Sandpiper Supply. Chat is a wealth of knowledge. He's been in business forever and gives us lots of good advice. We have Amy Pierce with Coastal Care Partners. They're out doing a lot of good things. Sarah Arcante with Coastal Custom Mortgage. Hannah Mills with Hustle and Blow Dry Bar. LB Elms with the Culturist Union. She's a great grab for us this year. Joey Serpa with Old Savannah Tours, giving us that insight to tourists and putting what we do in front of tourists. Somi Benson with Shop by Somi, and then Angel with Elevate Savannah is our nonprofit advisor. And then last but certainly not least, Kendra with Good Cause Marketing.
Fabulous board lineup. Wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, very, very proud of these individuals.
Tell us about what programs you all have coming up. Who can talk about that? What programs Buy Local has coming up this year?
Brian, Kendra, you guys want to say anything? Kendra can take it.
In the short term, we can talk about tomorrow night. We're having a social event in Habersham Village. Great way to be outside, great way to see some people, great way to support those local businesses in Habersham Village that have been, you know, great partners with other parts of the community. I know Bar Food has generally been first in line to donate things, and Five Spot's a great supporter of the community. So we're all going to meet out in Habersham Village and be social at a distance.
And repeat the date and the time again.
Isn't it tomorrow night?
It is.
Tomorrow from 5:30 to 7:30.
Yep.
Thank you, Kendra.
Yep.
And how much is?
Have to twist my arm.
Kendra,
please.
How much are the dues for Buy Local?
Buy Local's for-profit rate is $200 a year. And Courtney, could you remind me of the nonprofit rate?
Sure. It's $100 for the nonprofit rate.
Awesome.
And our application is available on the website. So if anyone is interested in learning more, we would encourage them to check that out.
Wonderful. So tell us some other programs that you have lined up this year, if you know them.
Yeah, you want me to take it? So like I said before, we knew we had a lot that we needed to do this year. Our lunches are scheduled until March. February will be on the riverboat, and it will be Clinton and Mercer.
That's a classic. And we did that 20 years ago. That's fabulous.
Yeah, everybody seems to love the riverboat. It holds 220, so we're going to cap it at 100. Just so we can have space because those ceilings are kind of low. And then in March, we're going to be at the Grand Lake Club. Don't have a speaker for that yet, but we are working on it. And then April, can we tell them? Can we tell them, Kendra?
Stay tuned for April. We're almost ready
for April, but it's going to be pretty awesome. We're looking at, this year we set up some committees, and our committees are very out there and working. And so you're going to see our social committee is doing a lot. We're going to try to have something social every quarter. I think we might be planning a trivia night with something that someone suggested, and a bingo night, just to kind of get out and support our local business and network all at the same time.
Gosh, Courtney, that might be fun to do a social with one of the Rotary clubs.
Yeah.
That might be fun.
We would love to.
We'll have to talk.
All right, we will.
No, we just might know somebody.
I love my Rotary. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. We would love to.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. So we'll have to talk offline about that. And
okay.
That sounds good. Oh, it looks like we've got Jill back on. Hey, Jill. Sorry about that. Anyhow, we were talking about, hold on, no. Somebody, we just got a thing. Amber says she can help with the fundraiser. Hey, Amber. Okay. Hey, Jill, welcome back on.
Thanks. Yeah, I got that blue screen of death, and I'm hardwired. I was like, oh my God.
It happens. It totally happens. Jill, are you a member of Buy Local?
I am a member of Buy Local. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I was
the medication comment was directed toward me. Anyone caught that?
No.
We sent out, so the Mediation Center is having the Velvet Gala. And so we like to push out what our nonprofits are doing in our email blast. We have like a little community outreach section. And she said, it's the Mediation Center.
Pardon me.
Oh my gosh.
I did the same thing. I like when I reached out and I said, hey, do you want to be on talking about meditation? And I asked all these questions. Do you have science, backing up the meditation? And, she wrote back and went, oh God, this is not.
The autocorrect is not our friend.
That was not
recommend meditation for mediation.
Exactly. No, that wasn't directed at you, Courtney. It's just years. I've been the director there for 4 years. And so, no, that's how I start off every interview, just to ensure we're on the right page. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, like you said, at least we didn't say the medication center.
Yes, we've been.
Gosh, and you got cut off right in the middle. What, I can't even remember. What were we talking about?
Well, what I want to really get across, and I want to make sure we have time for, is just how our sponsors have showed up for our Velvet Gala, which is on Thursday. And, doing this virtually, we just had no idea what people would think about that, if they really felt like that was still had value and if they still wanted to support us. And so we did a recent press release, and we have a number of tiers for our sponsor, and our Velvet Gala main sponsor this year is Sumitsu. So I don't know if y'all know Sam and Cindy Cook.
Sam. Oh, yeah.
Sumitsu. Yeah. And they continue to come through year over year. They just really believe in our mission of providing safe spaces for people to have conversation when they're in dispute or, having a family crisis. So we're so thankful to Sumitsu, and we have a lot of other sponsors. So Similar to Courtney and going through the board members, do we have time for me to share?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
So Mr. and Mrs. Tom and Ann Schaefer and the McNeely firm. So if you're doing family law and need a family law attorney, the McNeely firm is one of our top sponsors every year. Other family law attorneys, Jack Strother, Amanda Love, Susanna Pedigo. We have a personal injury attorney, Owen Murphy, Chuck Kepke, a former board member, our banks, both Bank South and South State Bank, the Hostelo Law Firm, Johnson and Crowder, both personal injury and family law. And then we have a large law firm, Bowen and Falligant, and Oliver Maynor. So all of these people come to the bat year over year, and they did again this year. They both also like the silent auction at the Velvet Gala. But these firms, you know, they don't have to show up for us, and they do. They find our mission meaningful, and even, you know, times are hard for everyone. And so I know that all industries are hit with COVID. And so we're just really grateful. And so thank you for asking me to be on this morning so we could share the good news about these sponsors.
Yeah, that is why we started it, because we knew COVID, everybody was going to take a hit. So just one more way to help small businesses and nonprofits get the word out, just so we can talk. So tell us what the gala is about again, and how you get tickets. And
yeah, so the biggest part of the gala is to bring awareness about the Mediation Center, right? All of y'all are like really well known in the community, and I know Mary Ann and Courtney and Brian knew about us, but you know, it's really to just bring awareness, because it's one of those services, kind of like hospice, like you don't know about who provides it until you're just really in need.
Right.
So we want to help both prevent as well as provide the space for when the conflict happens, because we provide a lot of other trainings on just how to deal with conflict. So before you would possibly even be ordered to court. And so at the gala, we have both Mayor Van Johnson and the Chief Judge of Superior Court, Judge Penny Friesman, and they're both going to present and talk about how the mediation helps the community. And so Mayor Van Johnson will be speaking from the peace building side, and then Judge Friesman will be speaking from the conflict resolution side. So we're really excited about them. You know, everyone loves to hear them speak because they bring such reality to really what's happening in the city, and how the Mediation Center's mission aligns with that. So we're really excited to have them presenting. We train students in schools to mediate. And so we'll have 2 students speak. And so that's always fun to hear from our, younger generation, and how one of the girls speaking has been a peer mediator since 5th grade, and she's now in high school. So she's going to talk about how her mediation skills have helped her in relationships. And then we also have 2 youth from the Chatham County Youth Commissioners, and they're going to speak. They've been holding peace building sessions for other youth. So Martin Luther King weekend, we had 45 youth on Zoom, and they were talking about how to stand in their truth, how to be authentic. So it's just really awesome. We love to hear from our youth and, build a better tomorrow. So we get to hear from them on Thursday. And so you can get tickets from our website, which is mediationsavannah.com, and it's under the events tab.
So Jill, I've got a question. So is it mostly divorced people getting divorced? What percentage of mediation would that be? Is it mostly
50%? So 50% are family matters. So it's not always, the initial divorce. But about 50% are family matters. We also do classes for parents and teens. And so this was something that came up during COVID, is a lot of kids were like, oh, I don't want to stay home. I don't want to follow those rules. I'm out of here. I'm going to go stay with some other friend. And so oftentimes they'll get a runaway warrant And so we created a parent and teen class, which we offer once a month. And they, parents and teens can come to figure out how to, handle that. The other 50% of the mediations are contract disputes, things between neighbors. We might have a local business that's in a residential area. And so the people around might think it's too loud. So they can come and talk it out and as a community and figure out how they want to agree to handle things going forward. So it's really, again, the way to think about it is if there's conflict, and it would really be great to have someone else talk us through this, then mediation's the answer.
Jill, so how do you charge for that?
Yeah, the community cases, there is no fee because that's part of our mission. And then the cases that are court ordered, Chatham County actually pays for most of those.
Okay.
And then we have a sliding fee scale for the family matters. And the family matters, we wish we didn't have to charge a fee, but they often run, as I mentioned, 8 hours and more. So
yeah,
we do charge a fee for that. But almost everything else is on a sliding fee scale. We also have a family law resource center where people can file their initial petition. So a lot of times when someone wants to get a divorce, I've never been divorced before. It's just come up. This is happening. Oh my goodness. And so we have a family law resource center to provide that access to those resources if someone can't afford an attorney or they just don't want to use an attorney.
Golly. Have you ever heard of the company My Divorce Solutions?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, they're friends of mine, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. She would be good for you to know.
That's great. Yeah, I haven't reached out to them to make the connection, so maybe you can help me with that.
Absolutely. I mean, you just never know. I mean, they help mostly women navigate the divorce process and make sure all the finances are good before they go forward with it.
Yeah, that's definitely a needed resource.
Yeah. I could see that nice partnership with you guys. They're for profit, but there's some women that might not be able to afford things.
Right. Yeah, we love to provide additional resources because, as I mentioned, we're a neutral third party. So we help provide additional resources to help people get educated about their needs. But yeah, we try to stay neutral because there's always multiple sides. So we're just listening and helping, like sometimes translate what people are saying to help build bridges between the different parties.
Jill, is mediation required here in the state of Georgia? Like my brother got divorced in California. He was actually required by the state to go through mediation before they could even get to the court part. Is it required or is it optional, or how do you?
There is what's called a standing order. And so all cases are required to go through mediation unless you get an exemption for some reason. Yeah. It is a
valuable service, especially on the family side and all the work you do with the teens and the parents and those kind of things. People don't generally think about that when they think about the mediation and divorce and all, but it's so important.
Well, what we've really tried to do is just say, okay, we can see, right, families coming in conflict. Well, what other services do they need? And then we're just trying to create programs or connect with other resources in the community. Y'all were talking about earlier how collaborative Savannah is. And that's what I love about our nonprofit community and even for-profit community and organizations like Buy Local. It provides us opportunities to really come together because we're competitive in a sense that we want to do what we do best. But yet we want to partner with others because we definitely see the benefits in partnering together. So we partner with Park Place to go there and facilitate conversations with their youth. We partner with
Safe Shelter, probably.
Definitely with Safe Shelter. Yes. Yeah. So if someone goes to Safe Shelter, they're in need of emergency services generally, and Safe Shelter provides that. And then they connect the parties with us so that they can help if there was a marriage how to disentangle from that and make sure that the parties feel safe. And so we provide that. And that's one thing that's come up with COVID is parties feel a lot more safe on Zoom in a virtual mediation. You know, they know they're never going to have to be by the other party. And so it's really opened up new doors for us. Yeah. And that's why I'm so thankful to Submit to, because they provide us. I had to be at home to get the kids off this morning, but I'm usually at work, and Submit to provides us with fantastic fiber that I would have never gone down. So please don't think that was Submit to the fiber. But yeah, so it has opened up new opportunities to keep people safe.
Fabulous. And I just love what everybody on here is doing to make Savannah a better place. I mean, it's already wonderful, but it just keeps it moving forward and keeps us all connected. And, you know, we're always looking out for how can we, you know, connect with people and make things better. So kudos to all of you.
You know, just the board and I mean, all of our members in Buy Local, we are just constantly impressed on how this local community changes things for creative engagement and reimagining of business models and all that. The local community is definitely resilient, and we are not going anywhere.
Courtney, I'm really proud of you for stepping up to this leadership position. It's a lot of work to take on.
You.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. The board makes it easy. There's 16 of us. I mean, I cannot give them enough credit. I walked into our board retreat wanting 4 committees, and I got 6. And they are just engaged, and they are moving, and they are just doing stuff every day. They'll email me and say, we have this going on or this going on. I'm continually impressed by them.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Courtney's doing a great job of leading the organization, but beyond just expanding the board to 6 members, the surge of energy has been really impressive. I think people are feeling that social need to connect in some way. And yeah. Courtney and I are looking at new membership applications almost every day. So it's definitely caught a buzz, and I think people are really committed to sincerely helping each other. So it's gratifying to be part of that.
You know, I know there's a lot of new businesses starting from home, and I think you can get that list from the tax department of all the new businesses.
I just incorporated. I got junk mail coming out my mailbox now that I incorporated. So somebody's buying those lists.
No, they are. I mean, it's definitely. I would think folks working from home would really want to be connected with a group like this. That's very social and very moves the needle for Savannah. But you know, there's definitely an uptick in businesses from home. So
definitely,
that was cool. We learned that at the economic forecast the other day. It was seriously interesting.
So sad I missed that. Yeah, I heard it was very good information.
It was very good. All right. Anybody have any other announcements? Hey, Brian, you want to talk about the TED Talk? What's the Savannah TED?
Oh, I wish. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a wait and see mode. We have not officially postponed this year's TEDx event. We've got a lot of partners lined up, but I don't think anyone is feeling safe to committing the resources it takes for gathering that size coming up this June. So we're probably going to be pushing it back till June of 2022. All of our speakers are committed, our facility and technical sponsors are all on board. So it's just one of those events where we need to pack the house, and we can't pack the house till it's safe.
You can't do it on Zoom. I guess it's just a different vibe.
The board has been sampling some Zoom events from around the country, and this is wonderful. It's wonderful to see all your faces. I think we're all getting better at connecting in this environment, but there's still a limit, and particularly when you're talking about speakers who are looking to get that resonance with an audience, and just the whole nature of TED Talks. I don't see it. No one has seen a successful virtual event in the organization yet. So.
Yeah. Okay. Mary Ann, what else is happening in Savannah that we can shout out?
There's lots of virtual events happening, but people are getting more creative with outdoor events and just having smaller, limited events. I think everyone is super respectful, of people's feelings and knowing what they can and can't expect or do. So some people are comfortable with wearing a mask and coming to an actual event, and that's great. But most of these organizations are doing both virtual and in person. So I think you'll start seeing a lot of the nonprofits having more events, and it's important for our local businesses to continue to support them. And I think that's why it's so important for all of us to support the local businesses, because they're the first ones that step up for the local nonprofits that are doing so much in our community. It's hard when you're not in it day in and day out. But the corporations, we need them too, not to say that we don't need them. And there's local people that work there, but these locally owned businesses are in the trenches day in and day out. And you can go to any one of them and say, hey, example, the mediation center, we're doing this. Okay. They're going to give you what they can, whether it's $10, $100, $1,000, they're going to support. So, I would just encourage everyone to continue to follow Savannah Master Calendar. We're doing our best at making sure that everything is on there and it's free for anybody, any nonprofit to put their events on there, and we'll try to highlight them as much as we can and keep following it, and do what you're comfortable with, your comfort level, and however you can support.
Fabulous. All right, guys. I know I've got to run to Rotary, and we're coming up to 10 o'clock. So thank you all for being on.
Yes. Thanks for always having us, Marjorie, and putting information out there. We appreciate it. And to you too, Marianne and Kendra, you guys do a great job. I always read your emails every time.
Thanks everybody. Great to see you all.
Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Good to see you. Over and out, guys.